lapam amami na azel CMO amani SSCA ide school no or the ahyehyɛ so papa obia ho de ewom eniti se oye obi afi na wo de wo ba besua de pam ne kra opese oye designer foforo kra wo de no ye beginners class enti 1 year obetetew ama nso opamade to ho na enhome ebia no wansua aka okakra ana opese wo polish kakra nti obekọ intermediate class no eyebosome miensa na advanced sewing class also the no the new styles be abani design be pe okoje dia so wade so ayade a na also akọ 6 months ni nyina no hostel facilities ewo ho ede amount inti Azel school no design fashion designing and illustration school no a na wo fiti asi unim say ya na emusu flexible evening school and afi weekend and so de ewo ho inti bomodia na free Azel na onu emon komo said ye be ya 15th July ya na womu efiti beginners class in 1 year de no ase friend 0244 155 266 0244 155 266 within you so dear Z Nails and Beauty the hair mama ewo homa simple cra ene die say layers fe kama when ya je won aya uti fatal pacho also contacted the hair mama ewo Spintex Kotobabi baby a Eco Bank ewo na chi ho apea obeto no ewo ho obehunu nso Instagram and TikTok obefre 055 3837 201 055 3837 201 medawonum ase papa happy birthday nkoma grandpa nana edubu ahenwu kumase ampetia onana no nyina amasapon nkoma ka ho ma happy birthday nti ekwan ni mu atene sa no afi ye nkoma aye bono se anopa no yabubo bi so a SNIT wonum chefen wo hotels be say in 9 na unu se kanine ye nsia from Friday mpunimpo ani onu aboku to black aboyen wo sampa isi abeye en9 ene ehu dida esoriye nti sisia no NPR ese onum twensensen na director general masnet nso say onum atwensensen because of payment then terms challenges tie no ho nkomo no yebedi say NPR directive ya na DJ no ka bie ana safe no no so nani aba ne ho so na the important NPR kan ye afi the payment term challenges na aba bi hyemwe sa no deal ne ye na hu sikatua no na ye oha kakra nti ebekoso sen if you say do baby so DJ ni say will continue to engage omu engage ni sen amana kwa akosi sen ti enkomo no contractors wonum enkabom ku na otitinani abedi akire where's the ora Steven Kwaku Atachi odi atudwa san o mate se na no mampeninsi sesia idia niamamu atenetene ayetimi ayeye debt exchange ahodo na wie no yensabe keka sika ye hwe kwan se ye bosia a ibetumi dia ye enwuma ahodo na contractor for ni se wo mate but wo momfa omo die sika nie nti se de omo kan no munya te se konkron asemomu no asun na chese bank for no catch omo se atoma sabre no na ene wonom ko site what becomes of the roads yebe kan saying na debi yesi ebi mu akodi nkomo akodi IGP ho nsekuru akoye bone ho po yempam no onokra o mo nhihye ya hodo ni ade a gete ho commission no commission ne the report na ba na the bureaucrat no de ba no kakran FNB or the buy ne a chronicle emunye fa no ne se COP Alex Mensa eni pebi a woka ne ho no wonum suban a womuda na di na ensem fatase posifo enti yabo akire so di ama se yentwe saafo no aso we ensem anu pay ebedi eho enkomo hwan na betwe wanso no ebi so kra de se wo mawie ko pension ti asotwe no be sayana Bernard Mona a political analyst atenase ni fiti ase na ye hu say lawyer Inokafo Akwa NPP communication team member and so ababetenase ede asema ti wonim na enye adwuma ene na woda oh sa ene lawyer Inokafo Akwa ma otri nkwan mo awoda pa relax nyame sha no ma why oh dabi
enti na wa dress say come on
so obi America say na woda no wa she black no won say yen before Ghana for the we she tuntum a
we on say on pe say obi mbadwin say on keno for ata mo ben
oh as a diabolics be but lawyer e wa woda
but I name woda ba
okay utri nkwa your favorite color is black one blue black okay nti what's your favorite color and so that's all that's important ni akabia e oni Bernard asem
so ono me no recently or ne program bi or ni Chrome one frame but me say ofre enyanu bebre na vice president Dr. Baomi aka ho a oni ne di asa traditional dancer or ye buki to skagu no so
sa kofi anka o hene be frɛ o ma fi o
dabi ade no say na enye me program
okay
and no ye Saturday
na no Saturday
na Saturday ye nyina ye ko hia wo golu
okay Dr. Liman brother na ye na
and a vice president onim samum but obasaya
enu so de me nko
only
inokase
so ono no de
mimi tiwe mimi nimsa etimi ya de ko jaji obi asa
o cost char pon a obasa
ya un se mimi tiwe minima santi asa de ya obi asa
I mean but it
ya un se obi ho onimsa kwa na say or revere culture or try something who be
no he did well to be honest with you and then for the first time listening to the vice president I was highly impressed.
Okay.
For the first time.
To what answer?
To what? Say
to what answer?
Say obetwen na my president. But I was very impressed because the speech, you know, he took a jab at the MP of the area.
Okay.
MP ne kasai ewiya no say ono or the Nigeria vice president and in the Crawford say omo ye like superman.
Okay.
And the vice president say and okre MP no ya dia. But onu mom ne preference in kebe ya confirm. But what say I confirms no. Baby a omo wono golu any Burkina eben nti a confirm nyina na akọ.
Other MP no NDC MP ana.
NDC. But of course, the vice president was the last to speak until there was no rebuttal.
Interesting one. But I know why you're late, but everyone is saying.
Everyone is saying. I tell you now, what an average.
Now, Kakra. I don't coffee.
Oh, never.
One qua bumpy.
Man, bumpy.
And I was I abre.
We can be very cranky. I decided not to wake up.
Should I tell them what you were engaging?
I was follow ya Chumberry Manso and about NDC Amanu.
Man can say, oh, you know a few.
Oh, would I who will be on some kind of money no more?
That Ade, me call Golu.
I then go loop now or Mubenya once a maca.
Aye.
Oh, the moody few are let's go. Let's talk about SNIT. I feel the SNIT was suspended and she share na call 60% shares at a 4 hotels mo at the Rock City no. DG ni say omubeye ombekoto engage stakeholders. It was saying over the weekend meeting so honorable Kuje to say a good step but omo total cancellation. Yen cancel cry and I say yen to was in man you send me film ni yen hwe bia some way somehow there's something good in there.
Me that's it maminchia menua new lawyer I say onyandi 1 month
baby lawyer.
Baby lawyer.
No, dear me, Kadia Beshen, dear names.
I was in there. Then I from now, more or less.
Because I saw me a homemaker crack.
I want you to
We had the one. What's the one, Brana?
The one,
what's it for you? I see for 70 years. I say, oh, you should the title.
Meaning a lawyer, and I know you now that. If you have me, you will come and go as in a tofu. That is my birthday gift to you.
Sure.
And then, of course,
only no base amutaisia. No bonny.
Mango acid. Yeah, I made the go watch a base, but I never didn't go for base.
Yeah, till the cost.
And then, of course, lawyer Chumbarama. Stay me kind over the weekends. Na yenyina yewo golu. President Hila Liman Ninua a oye ohine na oye ohine wo Sisala East ye fe ogolu na ye na yiye. It was like a galaxy of all the traditional authorities, particularly from northern Ghana and omunyina ekoshiaya. As for the Upper West Regional House of Chiefs, maybe now he was one time president, and I think he was one time vice president of the National House of Chiefs. There was massive representation across the country. And the funeral went well. And of course, at the highest level of governance, na vice president Eso Eba Amubi. And I think that all political parties had to give their reverence to one of the illustrious sons of the Upper West region. Nti ohona mefia mabedruha.
Nakwaba.
Nti over the weekend, say Ghana ajapade. Ena ye tong ema ye ho. If he said, some people decide, say, when you are given responsibility as a state official, the natural expectation say, Oba, odi bi baka ho. Say, wontimi emfa bi enka ho a, nea obeto ya no. Nea obetimi aye no say, nea ewo ho no, na wahihye ne yie, na ejina ne nan so. That is the minimum we can expect from our government and its officials. But near fata is very ugly, to say the least. And they say, what about to be? Na untimi maintain na o tong e di amount. So you turn around to say wo ena wonim nyansa enti ena wiai ye nyina ye de because una wonim nyansa, that is how come you took advantage to steal what belongs to all of us. Say michi no na enyefe enti maka no brofum.
Baby, I'm trying to process it.
Don't process anything. I'm the one speaking.
If I don't process, how will I understand?
What you here? And this is what we have been engaging. SNIT hotels, okay. Na wabato now see SNIT hotels no enye juma. Ana ye juma mom by ye boka.
No say. Ana say omo da no management me say board ne say.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Omo ka say ye boka no.
Okay.
MD any top management among Ketua Apeja. Do you understand?
You checked?
Yes, Apeja. Or more external trips has doubled. So move to Kwan Ekwa Bruchri, London, Anihan, it has doubled. At the time you are claiming that
all in the interest of SNIT now say
so say if things are not working, you cut your expenditure.
Okay.
You don't balloon it.
I get you.
You understand? So what it tells you is that probably some fake accounting be abam. So as to give these hotels a bad name. No matong amamoho. And this is what I have repeatedly said. President Kufuor na oba beton Ghana Commercial Bank. I'm sure you remember 2006, 2007 thereabout. The MD of Ghana Commercial Bank at the time, I think Margaret. Margaret Anka said because look, Ghana Commercial Bank has a future and they can turn it around. Into 2006, 2007 MD for Ghana Commercial Bank. Into Mamenu supported us to resist the sale of the bank. And I've seen some of the newspapers. Chronicle. I say, GCB Bank lays the foundation for a sustainable future. Bank na ye babaton for non-performance, no. An MD stood and supported citizens. Eka say, Mayanton Bank, no. It has all the capacity. Ebitimi adane. NCBA moments after the MD stopped, supported us to stop the sale of Ghana Commercial Bank. We started running into fuel crisis. We needed letters of credit. Who could do any of the private banks? They were reluctant to give letters of credit. It was Ghana Commercial Bank that was issuing letters of credit, and it may boa omaino, and it may save the situation. So, if you inject efficiency at the two-state ownership, I always cite these two institutions, and I'll cite it this morning. Onim Ghana Museums and Monument Board.
Macho Mudi?
Yes. Dr. Oyote and Ewoho. Yedi Dr. Oyote Ekohono. Na nyama aye basa okuhu ho a fi krampo na Ewoho no. Nti o say na damfo bi a one ne koye no. Na damfo
and you Kingsley something.
Check is Dr. Oyote.
Kingsley.
Dabi, I'll get to you. Okay, Dabi Publishing Corporation na no. Asante. David Asante. I'll use that
no,
one.
David. Okay, I'll check.
Inti omukodu Museums and Monument Board. Ena na damfo no.
Kingsley was scholarship on a get fan.
Ena oka say, na dem boni ena wa ya President Akufo-Addo e de abeto ha. Ena papa no ka say, I have the capacity to transform a dying institution into a viable institution.
Okay.
Ya kohwe Museums and Monument Board.
Okay.
Oko Ghana Publishing Company. Say onim ho. Eben Accra Technical University. Yeah, ahwa.
Baby, I'm going to acting.
Very good. Now, Ohofi, you were passing and you saw the building and you were wondering whether human beings were working there. Omodema David Asante of AFAC fame. Okodu no be say na odia den Akufo-Addo mpe wasem hwe baby odi wakoto. The young boy or young man transformed that place. Koshe building no, when you even see the outboard of the building, you are attracted to go and see the work they are doing. Omo ye jumapa, and they are posting profits.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you go and you see a state institution and you are not able to turn it around, na oda ote ano na u jisika, you are getting money and there is a president or an appointor that cannot remove you but agrees with you to go and sell it. The two of you are thieves.
Yeah, but which president agreed with them to sell it? Or catch or say or rectify whatever it is. They should go and solve the problem.
After they sold it.
Oman selling, we said Oman signing documents concluding the deal.
Almost say the SNIT hotels were not doing well. Until Labadi Beach too is not doing well.
It's part of the 4.
But it's not doing well.
Yes, so they say.
They say Labadi Beach is not doing well.
by every far away is not doing well, so I don't get.
I'm saying that Labadi Beach is posting dividends over the years.
Okay.
14 years running, 2 years per and momentum and posting dividends.
Okay.
What do you say? So
past or present?
2 years past. Until they are posting dividends.
Omunyam
faso.
Okay.
La Palma, Moka said you are selling La Palm, no? Oko La Palm sisia, me no eka say, Odiasuma obinonko jinaho. You see that there is heavy investment bringing La Palm to a new phase. How will you be upgrading something with a vision, then all of a sudden you are selling it? MD Nankasa Epie, you can check what the MD said. Where Piaka said, La Palm is doing these things to turn around. Until Onankasa, the MD, is working at it.
Okay.
And they are doing things to turn it around. Ohoana Muse Motong. Now, when you know Ebayano, TUC representatives on the Senate board and now your friend hotels board, almost say Omonjintum. 4 of them have argued into Mami, our spokesperson for the TUC. Na Ayele.
Na Adekye Sechin.
Yes.
Okay.
Or say all the reports, everything I'm on, the labor has resisted the sale from the beginning.
I know the I don't know. Nami nyokuje to kasano. Nami bisa because man back because your friend no Abraham Comson, Federation of Labor. Omo penny no. Also say TUC are disappointed omuna bedruha.
Yeah.
Because the question is time na call board no. TUC nipa 12 SNIT board no. TUC muna mo members doors on 4 more, including Dr. Bani deputy no.
Yeah.
Inti what did they say? Where is that minute?
In fact, the federation, check Federation of Labor now. Omo asema omo can say. Nipa na amode omo call Senate board no. They don't have the fire in their belly. Say they don't have fire in their belly. Nipa na amode omo call you know. If they were actually trade unionists, what trade unionists do? They can disrupt meetings. So more can send be muntia. They disrupt the meetings. They can turn things upside down.
So why did they send them there?
So that is why the Federation of Labor is blaming the TUC of sending timid people.
But for
even the timid people, no. Timid people, no. Even that they also still resisted, even in softness. So. Sesia National Pensions Regulatory Authority. Akase omo any Senate board no, they should suspend. Or say they should suspend the activities with the sale of the hotel. And somebody okay say as upon assumption of office. One of the loudest speakers of government inability to employ people, no, yeah, Osafo Mafo. So, sir, another car say nobody should expect employment into the public sector.
Yeah, it's true.
And as a consequence, no, omokofa adia omunim say emfa NAPCO e de buy. And now obia oye juma or NAPCO no, you were expected to get 700 Ghana cedis a month. Won't you SNIT? Or money taxes. But they never paid them the 700 Ghana cedis. They paid them 699 Ghana cedis.
So one near bank transaction.
Which one? There was nothing to be done. One cedi no TMO. Make a 1 cedi na be say oh now 1 cedi so yes sikaseng. But 1 cedi times over 100,000 employees.
It was a huge money anyway.
What you say? Na enunkwa ye 100,000 over 100,000 Ghana cedis. Na obi edge without any work done.
So are you saying that they were deducting that money for someone?
Oh yes.
How sure are you?
Oh yes.
Where's your
Call the head of the institution. The banks were not doing any charges because the banks were told not to do so. So how come that their 1 cedi never came to them? Inti bisa mo.
What the car wants to do.
Dabi 100,000 per month. It's not one city.
How many months omu ti omu kra na ko fo no ko omu de omu ka be how many months?
And omu ti ahun.
Debi omu de omu.
And I dey na say ya kan system.
Yeah. Now at the end of the day, Papa Osafo Mafo no. Ono no ka say mo Ghana nipa bia enkope adwuma wo public sector no. Or the neba akọ SNIT. And omako ye no deputy MD. Now or the bako akọ National Communications Authority. With the same plan.
Ono no de ne ba akọ.
Ono na de ne ba akọ ya.
Pacho de ni unyina so.
Me see o ka tire Ghana fo nyina say the public sector. Me see o ka tire Ghana fo nyina ono na o kan yo enya me o. Say Ghana fo nyina mo ntie o. Obi a opia juma e wo public sector no ejuma ni ho.
Na say SNIT DG na by appointment bia. Nti enye president na appoint.
Nti Osafo Mafo e na ode ne bakoye e na okode kon ye deputy MD.
Sa no I wa
senior minister. Na sa time no a senior minister. Enya sir.
Yeah.
Yes. And he didn't call you a deputy MD. And then look at the way the son is talking. Not different from the father. Say, oh, NPRA, SC, National Pensions Regulation Authority. I say, we should suspend. By no Senate, we have listened, but we are engaging. Engaging in what?
Talks.
With who? They say suspend.
Stakeholders.
Suspend. Until suspend, they say, halt, don't move, stay there. If you did not engage with stakeholders, this is not the time to engage with stakeholders until they say stop. If they want to engage stakeholders, the National Pensions Regulatory Authority will engage them and find out. When you have failed to do near ASA Unyano, after you say now we are sorry say now you are going to engage with state. It means that you are defiant. You want to defy the decision of the National Pensions Regulatory Authority. Otherwise, almost say, Munjina Hoa. Yajina Hana say, Odabio, Memeko Hana mini way akokasa. Meko Hana mini way akokasa. You want to say that you were so ignorant that you didn't know that you had to engage before coming out to any conclusion. It is now that Adiano Ajigono, then you know that you have to engage. You are not worthy to have been a deputy MD. Now they have even made you MD. That is what you are portraying to the people of Ghana.
Okay. Afakwa, means you.
Yeah. Me fa okasa videos na me mawo very good morning.
Na ya wa woda until be soft.
Me awan okasa na oti onim say na woda.
Onim ho. Onim.
Yeah, me say dem.
La koso why wada roma.
Na me fa okasa videos so ema me wofa ene me director Mr. Bright Kwabena Obin ono so dey na woda. Ono so wo obo ase brahabo me a ohwe yen anopen. Nti Mr. Obin, happy birthday to you. Yeah, last week, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the incoming president of the Republic of Ghana, on the Nasibijafua, or more MPP Afa, Ekodi Shemua, on the choice of a running mate. Our present Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe, Edema Nasibijafua, our more MPP Afa, and the new Omojan home. Now, Obonina so the Akomapa, and your door, Aje, ne request no atum. NGBiano, ebe called the National Council of the New Patriotic Party. Now, I'm take a final decision.
Na sanity. Enko council ho anza na babonti.
Oh, there be
na afi mo ya Adekye butu ise consult mo ase no ya underground.
Oh, a consultation. Say consultation.
Consultation no
once you are consulting one or more people,
automatically Thursday council ni ko shia. Na se council say wabo wade hu de wi fa kwa ombeka say.
Oh, there be council make a decision in the interest of the party and in the interest of the state, because nipa council eko endorse no nipa obeye running mate na potentially no 2025 7 January obeye vice president of the republic, and the council to think as what board who they review it fa said the
as a most some constitution because we said say mo your consultation underground so question ho until so be can check council then council I say conclave normal be council this is the person that you brought na yagina to after the choice or the we're choosing the choice president choosing the choice na miracles abeka on kan hwe na pilgrim abeka I can't say and no so can you know who be a campaign
certainly there be a campaign certainly yeah so I will need to say enipaku oye enipaku ho adwuma na edoso a at every stage bia obi tia and because of the euphoria anyhow interest are generating into no obi atenaso e pe bibia tie from the corridors of power
over processes in mu ya obi obetenaso bia be demonstration after this time
for majority caucus over 137 MPs inipa 137 oh enti unyin ni say there will be a semblance of a hint outside say oh oba any DC no dey buy men kan chiro bia men kan chiro bia ka chi nipa miensa pa e dey say the GBC and say YouTube ya broadcast
kan chiro bia ho adanse 4 year duration so
no kra no erunti na ma yatete but council so na result e mpanyimfo akukuda ma carefully selected and chosen and majority of them were elected by the delegates of our party at various stages and governance levels now omba akosia no so na take a decision on it na megidi say o hwe the person na nyame adom ne din abetodwa ya osefata na husuo ni bibia ne ntitiye ene ni bibia no sefata se ye de sakonya ne mana ono so ebe consolidate our ticket no na nyame ya adom ahobrasem obuo kwan so odo agana fo wo ni anidaso agana fo wo Dr. Mahmoud Baomi amamuo so obeye omampanyi 2025 no so no ne mboafo a obeye the vice president so no Ghana for be so ni mu waka na vote ayebenya no over 1 million votes and ye hwehwe ni so Nyankopon ne bedum yen na nkunim die na yesoro nkokra devoid of any friends contest ni bibia wo hwe difference na wankasa beji atum say Adekye obehu say worry wedding kugu na Ghana so afa no ntoma efra yeah on the SNIT issues are already too jay it is good say at every stage of our governance process no stakeholder dialogue and consultation ebekoso enka sa SNIT nsensemi no srani abasa ye twen nyina no sebi uhwe the various stages of the corporate governance structure are decision making SNIT entity a one governing board and in deciding the overall objective and the goal of the entity no mostly decision making no every board ho na eba na management I implemented the board decisions board no two duties our more duty of trust that's the fiduciary obligation and fiduciary duty to act in utmost good faith towards the entity and adwene mu po emu da ho e na omudi tu anamon said the beya trust no ebeye a well protected truster sika e wo mu no ebetimi atena ho na ni so ade hunu a e wo ho se e chase our trust no etimi meeting the target and the goals and the objectives of the trust empembebre no ye bete se safu hotels ya ebetu ga se SNIT enye se omo ton no krakra but omo divest some assets omo shareholding in these entities no so omukuta 80% shares bibi say Ridge Royal I think says SNIT ekuta almost about 85% of the shares Mr. Ahoy mukura 15% of the shares and when you say or divest 60% of the shareholding still SNIT almost about 25% shareholding more say new owners na babeka ho no etimi ye adwuma no na profit mfaso ba SNIT enso so no ebenya mfaso ni bia ebeboa na omo ayom ho free obeka say risk any niema ho na omotimi focus on overall goals no say the beya wona akọ pension no so obetimi abo omo ho ba
ombe yo omo ho free dem
oh risk the risk in doing business e car e ba ni nyina no ojitum say once I controlling
contribution na the end of the bay
oh contribution or the year or invest contributions in other sectors of the economy
so once you are investing investment comes with risk
yes
so how can you then say obey no free risk
yes in that operations because Ameya who say from Ridge Royal from 2009 Ridge Royal in declare dividends or make it profit losses and kwana Ridge Royal make and you know about maintenance the controlling majority in your friend first carbon inquiry maintenance pumping resources any idea na contributions ni bia at the end of the day the worker pension and as we retire so no at the end of the month no pese onya na ketua and
busia na trust lodge sakra de omo so make losses I don't know omo dey yi omo film
the nyina losses because the yi omo film ni say the tender process no I think say offers are no below the expected value and SNIT no pay. And you know, omo bidye nyina no were not qualified. And then the SNIT no free. It is not to say a free because they have made losses over years and yet profitable entity free. There were people who made bids to those entities, but omo bids were not successful because omo meet the minimum threshold that SNIT expected.
Over the 2 years now, is it still making losses and then making profits?
Which one?
Busia and Busia. Trust Lodge.
But from the accounts I have, they are making losses until say the current ones
not put up.
They were put up. They were all part of those entities, and I think they listed about 6 or so. Eventually, it turned out to be 4: Labadi, La Palm, Ridge Royal, and what is the other one? Elmina Beach Resort and Bekai. And I believe, sir, once trust, I make a board, I make a decision, if they want to go back up, probably they will have to restart the whole process again by inviting interested parties to come on board for that processes. And no, and about Abba system because of some issues of misrepresentations in here maybe because Kasa be a babo and Tini be a honomoa, Nasa be sebi, and yet accurate in that regard. Omo Abase say they engage more to be able to explain their position. Said they be a Ghana for ebete omo N7. Utie yenua the Director General Yero Osafo the can say omo decision was premised on the consistent losses omo making. One factor. It is not the sole factor. And 2, a frequent request for maintenance. So on first camera, the contributions now and make a friend is saying workers are omuye juman emeki and only a sandy tembi they making maintenance.
That's Ben make a point. Labadi and make losses.
I'll get there. And the high capital expenditure. Bernard mentioned high capital expenditure because paying some expert to manage the assets and so pay expert hand to manage a facility for you to manage it well. You need to pay the person well. And yeah, meaning say how would you say you okay and calculate different entity
to manage well
and calculate different entity. I get it. Calculate before, but maybe I will catch yourself and there will be anything. I don't think I will need the hour and then say you pay so I mean do abrabomono or that's what say what you that's team has saying. Will be a Juma economy. A bill for the strategic partner, and in getting a strategic partner, not to say making losses. You share the entity like Vodafone. Or Danima Telecel, where they making losses and or Dania Manana. Yenshare Anglo Gold Ashanti, sometime in 2014, or divested 40%, 60% of the asset holding, and the concession area. Edema, the government of Ghana through the Minerals Commission, say on Pebble. Naka oba so be too from a good year. And if your divesting Ghana buying in a good year, it didn't know we free. It is to say, or concentrate and say, or focus on a specific aspect of it, or free say, the high potential, a bit make profits na o make o incur more losses o bet me break even on the business or yin. It in seeking a strategic partner you look at your pros and cons, you minimize your risk and mitigate your losses so that you enhance your profitability. And these are the guiding principles SNIT decided or they diversity these assets or and divestiture sometimes a positive in its light. And to say a buying a this kwakose akwan yem and say ensure so or ensure and now or yen kania amagana for a year for the public good. This is a trust fund. Trust fund the last risk taker the Republic of Ghana. The SNIT a bokas is here and also mining the copesica as an adequate capitalize SNIT back. I say it's very nice. Now this is a situation unya managers of an entity of this nature. The fund revolving and static fund and that said that no more a dahotra na the person be out there. This is a fund that every month there's pressure on the fund because you need to be paying emoluments to deserving contributors or more ason ewo. And every year be also I will say auto or market to name said the inflation target inflation rate and the depreciation of our currency near my economy as it's near my air then. Now also open said you mitigate some of the negative effects of some economic measures in near my air person. I don't think so we a manager of an entity of this nature. What means now high. Again, the years there was a lack somewhere. And the lag was that at the time in 2018, decision in started say or mobile go through this process, the board took a decision, like Bernard rightly mentioned. organized labor was saying I think 4 members on the board, the trust the 12-member trust board no eso they should have walked their members along. Decision eko nyina no common membership ni nyina be decided no more adwene ho at every stage be said the organized labor and the contributors are people that have interest in the fund no we also know the totality of what goes on within the management of the assets of the SNIT no said almost and yeah we are all work it say okay actuarial science report to be able to be I think it's almost about 3 months or 4 months ago talking about some depletion as far as some trust funds I won't mention SNIT here mention around 2030 or 20 something say the liquid to be paying some of these contributors near the end
of which SNIT baker saying no
yes will be research our year and so be research which research yeah
but research I may say they are on a good standing.
I'm coming there no say obi obi cheche o me research international relations environment
publish here you
Enoch me pacho
yeah say o share sa research e ba ni nyina na it tells you say o manage a trust of such nature research, you need to take a cogent steps in mitigating the risk associated with sane manema no enyina ni nyina ka ho bi wo hwe say board no ateki such a major decision ebra a omo dane their shares in merchant bank e buy no merchant bank omo divest ma for teas no are they making profit or they are making losses now they are paying dividends to
who say that we support it
whether we supported it or not it was an investment decision uteki in commercial nature
and merchant bank and
merchant bank are now making losses at the time and the SNIT will have to pump in money to recapitalize the bank and to support the operations of the bank and the SNIT invest contributors and they are making profit and they are paying dividends to SNIT.
You know,
we should trust
SNIT sika or the investment no because investment really bring good returns.
Oh, certainly the investment in Dawson and SNIT investment a diversified investment and a static investment of one particular say real estate in Kwa and now into the hospitality industry in Kwa. It be any financial institutions American one say Universal Merchant Bank, Ecobank Ghana, almost to dividends SNIT. Almost declare profit, they pay dividends to SNIT.
No manage trust na anye but odima Ecobank ne dia ye.
Absolutely.
It just says SNIT ni investment our managerial problem ana. Certainly say managerial problems and na enye temamufo say ya ban ade ntino ye de say be omanfo say eyo oman ade ntino ye manage ni bia be me nda bia kwayi ase kohwe aban vehicles state vehicles official vehicles egu eyi ase ye de bi kwa etwe eyi ase nkonwa ye de bi etwe ayefra ase nkonwa ene nema but these are official vehicles sa ware corner ekoso na yi corner ekoso no sebi enye government institution bi na enye yi a wo ye na yi sebi yan kwankra de na so no ye de aban ade na ye and the way I manage state assets and state resources as people of this republic and no and na ancient crime say aban invest so much in business I say make it the enabling environment for the private sector to do business na government so no invest some significant equity in it be making profit out of it. When you feel Ubeka say diverse teacher aboa Ghana
not in total to say diverse teacher because we share in some canary any others Abuaso glass factory no more during the 1988 the economic reform program Abuaso economic recovery program between 1988 and 1991 ye turning in over 240 state-owned enterprises near there na ebi ejuma ebi so ho no more ansori bio ebi adane warehouses any near bebre ho if we are divesting our state assets because of losses any near e was say a day some covenants ebi eto actually say although we are divesting it is in our interest to divest because we want to make profit or see these entities working and it's all be general say one fan juma na ye hu sa na na we can compulsorily take it back for the state now.
Do you think that as I say politicians take part say divestiture whether they are business people or not?
Oh, certainly they are members of the republic And in doing business, it is part of their inalienable right enshrined under the Constitution. Nobody can take it away from them. So far as they are not involved in any conflict of interest situation, you know, politician is a citizen of this country. If only controlling responsibility there over those entities now, why not? The person can go into it. But in this, question,
thank you.
Rock City.
No, Manka Rock City, because I said you think that as a politicians, they are business. And now, some remaining politicians.
Oh yes,
I'll just try to find the
politicians are toy, but a year Juma.
Me reason tell me the busa question. Lawyer you know, call me a Nyamisha. The entire busa is a man of the opinion that we a politician, be a politician. We a businessman, be a businessman. And yes, I will my man for who clear politics. Yes, say a was some. I a baby I say now to say, oh, me be pay me hunya.
Into your business woman.
And so a businessman and a politician baby, you know, no afa business so Eddie aye. Inti now it is a conversation that's coming up. Inti na me busa ni sa no. Obi to me apeke dey free ho yenko.
I wanted to note down your question quickly. So
thank you.
Yeah, and a pension uncle no share in to you. And so now, young Chagana for you now. Young infant Chiakasian soon free His Excellency John Dwayne Mahama Chen Emerald alongside Professor Jenna Okwajima.
Only her and I will say, or say, and
she tell me something in China below.
How Ben? Lawyer, so why?
On a president, I could find to quite.
To call me
Omni or my they are sitting here saying that they say you should be.
Your Excellency, respectfully, sir.
Can you allow me make my point? Oh, Ben.
Na ya yenkai yahu anamba akumi ni bisa President Mahama ahye Ghana fobo. Titru yenuanum kuma ene adum bi adum mo na adrum sese mo busuan de abaye teachafo. O say yenkai mo say the licensure exams are and the abaye amukomu weekend di ma makola bi sending the abremo ya wa tron mpre na ya fe na nyame na do wa tua pass. Obi akọ training college awie sending the results digital me over the weekend na abaya mukomu na mbebere no ano sometimes na mabomu kurabu this very one American ho asemi ne fourth one ko training me na me encourage na na ko no possible to be because as officer were tired of it enti the air can say nyame ya dom na say ye hyane akonya no so 2025 January and share that one very simple. A year the license exams are teacher for Damukomuno. You will no longer be writing anything license exams. But we will incorporate it into your academic calendar. No? As some final exams and bachelor was considered a lawyer for the ATL. What final exams in your one, and that will lead you to your license. No lawyer writes any license exams in this country. In fact, even in other jurisdictions, lawyers don't even do pupillage. There are some other jurisdictions that you don't even do pupillage. Once you are called to the bar, you can proceed to do anything that you want to do. It's up to you. And the same thing will happen to the teachers. You know, to become teachers. You won't be writing anything called license exams. What kind of exams we are? Secondly, allowances for a year. Assembly members. Yeah. Omojumano so me mabamu baako ewini and I know the year 2 years. Na onu me kasa na me ni ko share bi na man for friend onu na bo na say na ya na odi answer say the onu bo so dey na was a lawyer. Amani ami hunya maneketwa pressure ni phone calls pa unya na minister dey say net. So the assembly members in our various electoral areas or communities, you know, they are doing very well, but the point is that the motivation is very low. So dear President Mama can say nyame adumuni about 2025 January. Assembly members will be earning allowances. Somebody make me motivate you more to me moduma eye ade ahye oman no edin enmunyam. Yeah, I can say we now to your question. Whether or not politicians should remain politicians or should be doing business. Or question, no, I don't think that it was well framed.
You.
Okay, so I think that you should rather tilt it to...
Examiner free, me no
the entire question, I don't think that it's well framed. Okay. Generally, there are so many politicians. When a politician be, for instance, under the parliament. When a politician be as a minister. But that's what I say. But for who take it to one more parliament now. Woman there are some kind of code or rules be a child say. So if you want to do anything extra, you need a fiat of the speaker.
No, it's a general question. Because there are some politicians when you need to want and now parliamentary and minister in a near brea, you see no console. But a bimuso share they are really feeding fat on the state, but because only front line inti need massing. So there are categories of politicians. So all politicians?
No, so how can I say all politicians should not be doing business?
I'm asking.
No, one day I disagree. I mean, you can, but it depends on where you find yourself.
Okay.
So maybe I'll find yourself, maybe a bit now compromise your role in the office. Then you got yourself from that. So what I say?
My friend, I'm sorry, I'm on man. Where is the customer won't trust? So what customer information?
It is a journalist also
information. Lawyer, uncle.
And this baby, I was saying, and then a man of business power, and not the two chain with my and as a woman, and I mean, you are concerned with me. No was a bedroom one name, my every no one shade out, but by passing by Yaku. Yeah, I found the answer one. But beyond we are now the Yaku Pampas and I did not do a Yaku boom in the set. When it comes to issues of conflict of interest, which one will you stand for? Are you standing for the state institution with anyone? And now you stand for your private interest? The sound and the other cassette and for whom remain your line and for the Uran for you, Grano. Share before he became president, he said it to his own people. One Misudia, Bokai. Said not by any money, also.
He was a president then, he was swearing them in.
Oh, no. Even before that, okay. During his campaign was saying, if you want to make money, remain in the private sector and man by anymore.
Okay.
So Ubamu Diani, what is Hadia, and you have your Bible Pesica. That's what he said. Unfortunately, nobody went to on Samuso. But me, and not that's what don't make in run say. No, what you to say if you are a politician and that's a work for certain officers. You need not to get yourself involved in activities be about conflict with your role. So I want to be a seven. Now to SNIT, what I will not say, almost say they are going back to we will continue to engage. Director General. Yeah, my first call said I think the entire management of SNIT should be sacked for incompetence. Ya SNIT nyaduma. Waduma wo ye ne se obi aduma ono aya abre ni moja ni sika ya tin de dabra wo management anase kresoman. Ana wo de bia ko ye nima so baba mfaso ne watim dia masa nipa ne back. Wo sim tu manage side money. It wo ti out wo so from that general no. Wo so maso pa to ye en ne de. Wo so ni e paso. Because it's very sad. So we but some people who should be able to reason deeply. I can tell you say ye the adman ma private entity be ye can say bankita. Now private entity ba what so for and red one.
Uni Ghana, don't you see? Say Ghana 4 year ban adwuma attitude and customer service. People are different. So
it boils down to leadership.
So yeah, private management.
It boils down to leadership. Private man, there are several private men in this country who business they have even been schooled. Go school that, or they are not well educated, but their businesses are running because it boils down to leadership. Do you know? And when you say you say we are straight. About was say must start 8 o'clock. Yeah, over 7:30 now. Boss assigning in some of money. So it will compel you to come early. Leadership, no. What was as the general? What trust no? What plan? And so what policy? What they buy? We wish now what they buy that general. Ebi ne say. And one is over town man.
Say be a hotel see woman so sub management.
So okay, good. Wow. So sub management in a few women na ban into oversight responsibility.
Okay.
I show almost so. Okay. And for that reason, I did be on by biara. A condition a trouble account. That's what we call in law by liability. And the moment to be on condition and Vanessa account and account. It's here in bad account. But so you want to see you see when he says you own shares. Once you own a majority share, basically the decision is for you.
Okay.
Okay? The decision is for you. It's what in your dear now when say your chamber so who na be nemu kese. Ade akwa eduma de bia a boso di no wo no botai ne se wo dia wo se o media anhwe so enfa so mba okay so na ya wo de my anya se bo ayi
okay
enfa so maduma no what ade am enfa so ma hotel mun se bia na nkofo ma ho me wa some for da ho ana sikati ba ho some for amadam pone se bia on be wo su programs wo ho ene da de ana mo charge mo tianye sika. Okay. So now on a prayer argument and logic and say montonto say monton makonenti in simple terms it means that enipa na emeda ho okay enti na mutimi nyamfa so no say me tiase ya so say what the mabel champion no ko fe nipa me fi pa na beda ho simple question
from Rock City
say what nipa na would go tell mabel champion
Rock City nipa beda ho nanso ebiso na nipa beda ho nanso ka omubo wo ho no mbe wi on betete sika ni pombe da on the buy free omo pombe bomu na afi enseri won tontos won tombako me bada wo dem me sore kwa no pa na se masani out me tua wuta okay enti ade a wo de ma me mostly e aduane a ba se me aka okay reasonably you would charge the food and everything indirectly into the room enti even though say dem na dan na mbaje man ka me ba me didi now so nam so woman be any nti dan ne bo no ba be red dan kan because you entire separate that's what the best practice do exactly I'm for the bed and breakfast so what you say it is me ba da wa ha dia kan so tia it is me tia aduane kan fry a wo kan abo na dia who build me who na build me who me say me ditchu one cedi am you okay with it and nothing I did me one cedi if not you would have charged me more than that. Or you will not charge me less when you know, sir, charging me less will affect your operations. And you are still charging less and you believe that you are being competent. That's why I said they should be sacked. Oh, yeah, sure, sir, hoteliers in any way. As a one analogy, too simple. No, a way to run. Okay. Who's the hotel there? So we say, anyone about I'm what you car. Sorry, what? One yes, car. I didn't know. It's about Sebia, Obi be rented grounds and conference so. And I said bia a year be obi so bia me dey menya no eba abeso. You charge the person and you're free. Every part of a hotel, even poolside, kora ko dia betisika. Yeah. Yeah, poolside kora ko plan ke o. Obetisika bi bona mo dale zamia. Obetisika se. Okay? If this is any more nyina wo ho a kana wo so obo na ye hia. Then I will be pushed to believe say bia na nipa madahontia. But you see yeah so hotels like say the likes of Labadi and then La Palm. Me say work happen. I dey back be when do for me pa say. I don't they have some kind of should I say affiliation or something with or contracts with most airlines. Okay. Mostly international airlines. Enti ubon I me go dem dey fatu keke be Delta airline for say dey omoda Labadi Beach Hotel. Okay. So what it means in say and that line Baba Ghana, Watchna, Baba Ghana, Adekye Baba Ghana. But a baby and dear flight in Baby do now. Crew na the band, captain to the last person on board, and come back. One Baba Ghana. Now one more band run the plane in okay. Sana insanity. It has just so one the Labadi beach. Not saying you're about 20, assuming, and a bar and a bar every day. Beyond what it means that. Every single day, beyond I was saying for you constantly. What I remember them. Aside back in the year, I mean, in between, on and off, be and one who are constant customers. So the embassy turned by the I think the reasonable thing they should have done was to have told Danny and say, I did when I'm a boca. But ya young to me, I'm not for the Masibre, and no thing yes, yet means so. But what do you mean, sir, the amount of canoe? The outcomes I wouldn't mean for so if you want to imagine. But the master beside says so. Be ever judged through some of the qua and a piano. Or no one or some of the fruits of Abba form and I bet the home was with me about an aboso. I'm on your be. Now, I may be answer. I didn't answer you at all. I didn't yet. It was only so. Why in the party was only so? The very moment to say. Ebi onu no ntumi nye ni ye na ogide so before I don't tell see am pamo no so ntumi nye ni ye pamo fi se nipa na bad when crowd fufuro bi abro so ten wo de no okay those coming to buy it no when ni enne I mean super eyes bi abro wo de so mufuro mu de na se ja I don't believe Labadi Rock City came before Labadi. No, it's even barely 4 years. What's it? It's barely 4 years. Thank you.
enti mu de mu wo hɔ de de ka experience wise ka mu de mu wo de no de titru chamber bebre the ban send the one adini nim de adom wasuko no emum lack the intellect to run that institution and no believe so the one with less experience can rather run that institution better than him. Are you okay? Enti media the point is say I don't support anything state say.
Okay.
That is my position. I'll buy a mine also your mine deal mining cost me and keep it. If you say nipa no a running business na more mine. Yeah, say me the fact you move for so at the buy. And I will be here, Mammy try the back. So we are just an acquisition. You come to realize that when an institution takes over another institution, most occasions workers are willing on off a kakrebi. Majority of the people in there will be maintained to work with. So there's better people now what's the woman to can also give somebody profit. So what we need is a leadership. Proper leadership who can make sure that things will be done and be done well, and yet to sell it. So I will never support that idea that Brian Champong should take over a state institution called SNIT. I mean, Rock City. He owns it 100%, so it's for him. Yeah. Once you own 100% of shares in any institution, it's yours. So I can mention his name. I mean, I'm not wrong. He has not denied that. What more can radio soon TV say? Station or how much the I mean, 100% shares of women. So he owns it. Obi ka ho bia, one ma bia what is what na be say bia we give some of his shares to somebody. But as it stands now, no, ni na dia. So he owns it. It mean dia me ni one ntom. Lastly, my main clear point bia, Ridge Royal Hotel. And no kura say ahoy e won 15%. Let's take that on record. There are two other shareholders in addition to SNIT. One is Vanef Company Limited. Two, Ahoy Plaza. Yes.
Okay.
One more, and so and then even among those two now, one more minority shareholders. No, the biggest share in it, no, goes to Vanef. Okay. In the even in the minority shares, no, muka siya kwa Vanef wo. Kumane woman no and back the Ahoy Plaza. And secondly, it is not 15%. So that one too should be corrected. I heard
what shares you.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
But it's not 15%.
Tell her the shares. What
okay. And tell me, so now,
there's a catcher and shares.
So now listen, I was just making note of your point.
Okay.
So when you're too sure of something, as a lawyer, you don't just make a pronouncement. Put it in a kind of a question form. Not the only answer, but we make it a definite pronouncement. It means you are very certain of your work, but you didn't know it. That's why I've taken time to break it down.
Okay.
And I made my final point and I say I don't support the idea of the same.
Okay. So
next for say I've there or they are going to engage. Whichever person one engage you over here, say the medical catch or yes, nothing yet be
Almost suspended to continue engagement.
And some making
MC
Bernard.
Okay. So
Yare.
So Pacho Koso I lawyer.
Fee yeah.
So
MPR.
Final point
yes, lawyer.
The final point in say you see this statement people are making because you are going to continue to engage. You say you did something that you are not supposed to have done. An example again is the same radio lawyer. When SNIT wanted to take off their shares and give it to a Rock City or Brian Champong, they failed to consult or to go by the rules of engagement when it comes to shareholders and their stake. One consultant and I'm assuming into lawyers. You cannot be you to me take a decision about I can't only any moment for the your first right of refusal. All right, because by law, corporate practice, mergers and acquisition practice, won't me and Kasa would they in maybe Amobia because when I put the biggest shareholding into one quality decision, I won't consider even the minority view. A minority stake in the cable more 100% shares. Even if it is 0.000001, yeah, still now our Kasabi and also stake be and for that reason, when you are making decisions, that minute staking and Egutan must still be factored into consideration.
Thank you. I think I can comment kakrani moving on. Eric Jade Echampon say museum and monument and the monument board is headed by Kingsley Ofosu. Ablade Fiakoma, I want to tell NPP that their lies against JM to cancel FSHS will not hold this time round. We know better now. We'll vote massively for the NDC and JM comes 7th December. Akasokre Joseph, instead of fixing the economy, he is busy ordering chiefs to stand up and greet him, and his VIP is going round to dance Azonto. Kweku Kuma, good morning, Obaya. Greetings to your panelists. Today is 1st July and petroleum prices have gone up. The reason is simple. We've neglected our own oil refinery, which has contributed to the growth of our economy over the years to rot. Ni aye aite Madam host DMD for SNIT 2, you must defend your masa for asemko.
I don't know how to put to bomb.
Omuntie o unya buta question omadwen on say because onu oni haninti de obuta bia say wan muta ma na nko ne party favor there and you are not working mo nya chance una mudi ofi ona mudi si aye betwa o last one. I'll go Juliana. I'll go Juliana. Good morning, Auntie. The IMF should hold on, or else the Anum go use the money for campaign. So the IMF should wait. Cry. And then Isaac Kambiri. If Baumia is a mate, then his running mate should be called what? One fan was live from Dubai. Should be called okay, you Zano Adiama. And then Mensa Majid from Bechem Trono, regards to the Honorable Charles Akwesi Edo, and the President Anado, Dr. Bawumia, nothing is working. They are corrupt and incompetent. Hail Selassie, patriotic voices go. So choosing and running mate to pair Dr. Bawumia is not an opportunity to break the aid, but government and the NPP party should work extra harder to satisfy Ghanaians, especially the economic challenges we are facing now. And then Mad Lion Hafuhidium, good morning. Mr. Bernard Mona has spoken my thoughts this morning on the sale of SNIT hotels to a private person. Why are the managers always telling us problems we are aware of, instead of finding solutions to the problems? Okay. Nana Mills, yeah, Bernard Mona peddled on truth about the deductions of charges on NAPCO money. Gibbs pays the money stipends. Okay, let's get it right. Gibbs pays the stipends. The Gibbs pays the national service, nursing and teacher training allowance, YEA forestry commission, etc. And 1% is charged as service fee. It's election year, so people blatantly peddle untruth. Please remind the government also to pay the NAPCO people their 9 months arrears due them after the extension. Thank you. Bernard disagrees with you because he's asking what is the 1% of 700. Oh, you're saying?
I think it's.
Oh yeah, 1% of 700. They cannot give you 1 cedi, but they deduct 1 cedi.
Okay, so that's your agreement.
Yes.
It's 7 cities.
Yeah. So
1% of 700 is 7 cities.
No, that's 10%. No. Okay, 10% will be 70.
70.
And 1% will be 7 cities. Okay, so Nana Mills.
And Bernard, that's 1 cedi.
Bernard Gina Baby or Gina said 1% should not be 1 cedi. It should be 7 cedi. Lawyer calculation, man. So brother, come back. And once or they are sending baby, I'm saying na ehanepa. O the basa no wejina. I
think they always feel say once they drop the message, you must read it. It will be as often we are
more. Okay, so let's go to no money, no roads. Workers, contractors are angry. You find it in the insights, page 2. Contractor Foko Omutiteni Adekye, the friend Ora Steven Kweku Atachi. Eno kasa omusiji som Atachi. Osiji somate kunkrum na let na su you know, and this a part yeah.
Yo, yeah, me that's it.
Oh yes, you started the first topic, so second topic and third topic will be there.
Oh, there will still be third topic.
Oh yes.
Okay.
So
but so three topics. I don't want to.
No, that will maybe start time. No, all cast.
Hello. Oh, titi me say ya.
I
know the yes I know. Enoch yam ko wati be mena. Bernard.
Chairman dear.
Oh, you also an amafino. Oh, you trouble so papa.
Yeah. Me know the future.
And so happy.
Me senior ekasa no okay sembe who say o correct you bia.
You know, committee full time no more.
No problem. I say o dey inchirimu na ebeji because you can't just correct somebody and leave it hanging. Because Ahoy Plaza way omukra 15% shares e wa rejoy ya. What say enya no cresa. Na mo so kan yin so wa man their percentage friends say their shareholding ibia percentage bia o. So tell that. Let you from who say NDC Ahoy for no say no mu e wo Ridge Royal mu na Ghana fo nyina te omo ho ase.
So that nyabotre so that mu betumi aye equalization ni ye.
Anya equalization. Anya equalization.
Say the
say Mr. Ahoy o NDC ni. E wo shares e wo Ridge Royal Hotel.
Okay.
Mr. Ahoy o NDC ni. Omo so na to TV3.
Okay.
Any other state properties
and
are
evidence.
Oh yes. I want to TV3 how many toy? TV3 how many toy?
Sir.
Are you sure?
With the mini management of, hold on, a private entity, mini management in patch. This one, it is entirely your decision.
It is mine.
Thank
you.
Oh
no, you can mention it. Oh no, we do
another. There's a not me. I made the paper and
Anyway,
you can go. I'll do it.
Yeah. About diverse teachers and seminar. You say most of the properties. We call catering rest house and watermelon near there. Mr. Who Alaji Hoodie or NDC. Now it's a councilman, national council member house or there you on the thought catering rest house or watermelon. We call a friend say voter region who are catering rest house and now it has been turned to a hotel or something. And it also was bought by one Mr. Segbiji and also NDC known financier. So
you see why I asked the question, say yes, I'm on your business because then now it's like Ghana for a Dano Mukasa Mosho mining, so I'm about
Debbie, my can't reason here, SNIT, Edia to hold more interrogating. And we go to the substance.
You think at the time those that bought these ones you have mentioned, they didn't give us reasons.
Million say on Fuaso say a beton assets belonging to the state. Mesren say, or your party penny, a NDC. Near almost talk from 1988, ABC 2001, and some president for Ebony, it's over 300 of them.
Okay.
On the nim, Namin Bonachidom. Na yanko jiri na no kuje tunkaho. Yanko jiri na Emma Ghana for minute chairman.
Oh Ben, but like I know Edu so awadaro.
On for the sale of state property.
Yeah, of course.
Na also enka bi because do na wo ye rachum Berima Esquire lawyer. Nebusia for ho, NDC for ho. Or nobody any more dear Nebusia fee ho. Near Bodichia Ghana.
Unche, say Ghana for say the NDC for ne no ye. And I'm also incompetent to me yet. And I'm why replicate the enye?
Yeah. Na are who say some be bar. Na ya dane na man yourself. Na ye aye criticism. Near share to a good na yen can was you. So share omo ehihye from the various assets now and the SNIT dabe tudwa na wo ba yen fa be bring nyina kra na yen ko ne discuss this matter na any problem campaign be say you know Bushia Beach Resort
one man a topic
Bushia
yes,
from 2009
man no roads no money no roads.
Oh, you can
I am cemetery in the time. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm checking.
So bad. Me papa me phone myself. Now what you know so if me time. Everybody will choose a topic you want to discuss.
It is not a choose. It's not an entirely new topic.
Yeah, it's not new.
No, I will do an entirely new topic.
You can't. Young person.
Oh, I can.
Entirely new.
So the losses from 2009 to 2023. Yeah, out of this year's Elmina, make a profit after net profit after tax. 1, 2, 3, 4 for 14 years. 10 years in our losses, and even net profit after tax in Kwano, it be only 427,000 Ghana cedis, 4.2 billion. Any idea? And say, oh yeah, any finance person will tell you, say return on equity or return on investment we get profitability ratio. There's some assumption. Say at certain levels, no. What? Oh, Rock City. Say GR tax. So GR tax. You go into an account in the books of Rock City. And okay, Rock City as an entity, individual entity, over 1,000 rooms. Yeah. Or he keeps expanding the rooms. Rock City. Yeah.
We've gone to the washroom before.
Maybe I'm called that.
One day Rock City.
Not
washroom. Uncle Chenny,
no money, no roads.
Yeah,
time nasa 5 minutes are so solid. Let's go.
Thank you.
Yeah, no money, no roads. Sabi, when say fire it is road contractors with me and what day they are juma. Attach your bone the minimum. And ono just an individual.
Okay.
Sabi or ranting about one name before I even saying engineers no go buy a shana see a woman adwuma e de ma no say I would just say wo mu nyina yi nipa ko no craft ni face okwa adwuma no be gina e bia akra adwuma so reduce wona oba na adwuma ma ba ye kwan ya ni kunu ana na area expect say adan de oba fi amfo bi nye de emra south as ya in this one timi amman adwuma ru anistika onu so nya hoden de pia na adwuma e fo mo so nya hoden de ba ye adwuma no automatically we are expecting no work to be done. Because all person will be then what it means is that you must give the person the needed resource to be able to go and work well. Nemo say nisika so ademano. Ade say ade okwa ya na menti asekra ogana. So obi adwuma wie na ade so kopacha wa say na de na answer miaka. I mean it doesn't make sense yeah. Why adwuma? Whatever level or what do 40, 50, 60, whatever percent. More the I mean that kind of expertise to be able to assess to know sir what do 40%, what do 30%. You can check. If you are going to be that eye to see, but you people can see. So what does it? In Japan, is any panic who are warrior Juma dance here was a man warrior. Yeah. Now so. If you drew Nisika someone I don't know what you be doing. Road contractors I can see Okromuha. Most of them, the coffee jobs, the attaches, and Alex Boane, oh my God, I mean, Bebre, yeah. Some go for now, some go for who could when it comes to their work. The lives of coffee job in Grand American. At moment, you know, Memo and market. But they can't always go under resourced. They need money to be able to run the institution. They need money to be able to pay their workers. They need and the petrol need diesel. What they want then the kind of cars that they run, that excavators no one where gumo. Ya petrol need diesel about to gumo enye sikaketwa. And for that reason, sir, when you beg money and piano car, you are starving him. And I shared their position. I shared their view. Say, indeed, the government should pay them or give them money to be able to get that energy to be able to work and work well. And this idea. Wo bo consumer jan kwantia wo if you said the baba no say wo adwene mu no ene nkrata mu no
can be one kombechi
wo musika omutugo ya sika omutugo abanwe sika wo say sometimes we kwhwe covid audit report wo hu nsemu how covid money were misused. How money came and they misused those funds. They won't hear no this can COVID time I say man for work from home. Now he been go retreat edge per diem. From the allowances. From the COVID funds. They were sharing like say yacha biscuit. And to me now no say be what after wo akwan bi gua wo ye wo adan bi wa wo si o ani na contractors ko ya ye bo mu dia yi ana esi ni ba ko mienu miensa. So what I say, and you know, the American they say they need to ensure say would the man and be so ya one family who has on one family who dey go to form. Mako ni enko no kwa ade bi on nam kwan so adwuma bia say car say den ni nyina no money is involved. And for that reason they need that money to be able to run the business, run their business number one and do the work that you want them to do number two. Your customer plan da bia kasa kwan bia o mo nyini ye. But yeah, I think that is because they are not getting what they need. It's not because now I should do job with the amount.
Thank you.
What I say? Now I'm so near, but I need to ask somebody what you're going to be African. I can't even exert or I couldn't need answer to know. Bad, so almost bad, sir. But if the problem, part of the problem is also coming from government, I'm also entity up.
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah.
No money, no roads.
Menka no asem ho.
Ane, no asem.
Yo.
Ewo inside.
Me yet
5 minutes.
Me yet to say Enoch. Menka no asem. This is the third tranche of the IMF money.
Yeah.
When you say second tranche, did not come according to the plan. Now, the second tranche was supposed to be received before the end of 2023.
Yeah, I think it was even before the budget reading.
Yeah, it was supposed to come. But Amba
Yeah.
and came almost at the end of the first quarter of 2024. Third quarter nanka we should have received at the time no. Afe ena omo kase.
You mean third tranche?
Third tranche. Afe na eno so eba beba. So clearly, government has been irresponsible.
Oh.
Oh yes, highly irresponsible.
How?
In meeting the conditions ebetimi abua Ghana say ebetimi efi baby amode economies ekosi. Now we are supposed to come out of economic mess with the availability of IMF Sika. Now Sikano itself is delayed. So how are you going to come out of the problem? It's going to be a delayed come out.
And we are coming out at a slow pace.
Yeah. The third one, and they say most roads are onim ewo maimo. Contractors have been ordered by President Akufo-Addo to stop because IMF say yentimi enkoma musika, then you come and continue with infrastructural development in Munjai. So offer Kwana Eko Kolebu Teaching Hospital from your friend saying STC to Obichebi Lamte Ediko Kolebu.
Sa
interchange. Won't say Astole. But Obia unim a bit of works. One story road no. Near maybe a modi SCC. They will also start getting decayed. Until say. At the next time you are coming to activate the construction of the road. No? Next, they say they have to increase. One year, it will even be like if you are starting a new project.
I see.
So it just makes silly sense.
Oh, how do you know? Pen o she da ko hye bro fun echi na wo ye.
This is silly sense. Man can say somebody is silly.
Don't use it. Don't use it.
Then.
Because the mo a wo kasa sa na obe.
Me see silly sense. So man can say obi yes.
Men fa word in she. You can make your point. You can make it. You know how to say it.
No, you
I don't
guide
have
me on this one.
I don't have. I can't guide you. Oh yeah, kwala na machiro kasa.
Guide me because wait there. I don't know how to say it beyond what I've said.
May ye feel.
First lady assist the
I can't, my brother.
First lady.
Ne need no.
First lady. Oh yeah, onya o.
Me ni kura mpobi.
So clearly there is zero sense. Zero sense in some of the decisions we take because the cost ramifications is going to even be more exacting on us. Now, near Eha, and I'm very happy to say the contractors have raised these concerns. And they say, IMF Sikaya Ebeyi. The first batch of contractors they will be paying will be the foreign contractors. And Sani Yabedrin Yankasa Yam.
Why?
I don't get.
That
is what they always do. It's not a novelty. It's an omoyano.
But this time they say roads, now they say they need foreign contractors.
Why not?
Your foreign ones also.
A lot of them.
Okay.
A lot of them.
Because me share your friend is saying sprinters there. Yeah, I see a lot of foreigners there.
Sprinters, which one? Oh, the okay.
I see them there.
Yeah, I think that one is a Chinese one.
I see a lot of people there.
Mostly it goes into Ghanaians. Most of the Ghanaian companies handling them.
Yeah, majority in the Ghanaians, yeah, and they are not.
Yeah, quite Jessica. Oh, you don't understand. You're the ODM now. You refuse to use your time. Mame come here.
You interjected me. You made me lose my time.
Clearly.
You baby, so clearly, let's go.
President Mona.
Contractors see the Omoka. But how do they owe the contractors? Because of the recent depreciation, Mitiye Minister for Finance power. Or see, almost we have 49 billion at the Ama contractors.
See this.
Inti
almost this.
Tie, sa no kan. Or see, almost we have 49 billion of money is owed to contractors. And inti because they have released a lot of money in the system. And unti ena there is inflation and depreciation of the currency because Nipa Ewosika Ewomaimo. Oh yes, that is what he said. This Minister for Finance, Dr. Mohammed Amin Ada. Yakochekia, contractors, you see, government the Omoka 17.9 billion. So who is lying?
After the payment of the 49.
Babi, before. Who is lying? One Troha. Because
remember
minister
that someone for currency and can minister can 49 no the currency can.
Contractor see ye di omoka 17.9 billion.
Billion then dollars and
minister see we three contractors 49 billion.
So the contractors here then 17 point something billion. What you say 17
what
point
currency do
something
we pay
billion dollars?
What currency do we pay our contractors?
Mostly
local ones they will pay them.
No, what currency? What currency do we pay our contractors?
Currency when you are contractors, you are here.
Yes, because it will be irresponsible for our Ghana government to be paying in dollars when the work is done here.
Sometimes even though it's quoted in dollars, but they will pay in cities.
Okay.
What do you say? You have paid 49 billion at a time when you owe 17.9 billion. Next year, say you have paid including future contracts that are yet to be awarded. And the contractors, say, wait to your mocha.
I don't get the point that you're trying to make.
I don't get it. Some of these things, other debts, no, other debts, contractors, say, 17.9 billion. But government through Minister for Finance almost 49 billion. Why they can't roll?
Lawyer Uncle last daily guide, IGP leak tape, COP men and two others cited for misconduct. And the honorable attaching committee in parliament, you know, almost your my show no more you may read your movie and say, Posty for me and San COP Alex Mensa and George. Lesenda, sorry, Georgia, sorry, and as a pretendant Emmanuel Eric JB. Omo anasubam pedi, omo ebu police in Shishayeno eso, into professional misconduct, into parliament esuma omono, enye omunchushemoni omo report no, na oma mambi aso enti, na enye asotwe owono.
Oye policeman inti, and audition as.
No, you started the first topic. And lawyer for Pasha.
Because you say you're a policeman in the Eba and no. No,
Mati. I have 4 months. I forgot about me. That's it. You know what I lawyer.
Okay, so
oh
yeah, now many can answer question. Be answer na job dem some kabaka.
Wadama who be sama when ya.
Question say na can story man to me be first.
Na say we say ha be me na me bisa question.
Question na me bisa no say I be a wo mu a wo hu into there just give me an answer. Actual report na when.
Oh prince.
I'm asking this before. Me know say me animal tia mu bia hu aside this how can become say 21 page report. Me so be mo report me bia
me ankasa de me hu.
Na no be.
Baby.
But no except say ya na ba people.
You see me person make say me media phone ni. But I'm going to force baby out to trouble and when na ja no. What to trouble no Ghana phone nyina nim.
Okay.
Proceedings no. Ya nyina hwe bi. Ade obi a wan nya bre. Na so man hwe bi. because it was live on TV and any other social media platforms. Say what I say. Enti obia follow the course biara. You were behind, I mean, curtains once. I be amukoye and ye mubi fine. But they are toy and nimuno. Ye nyina emunsam. Enti send us a report that Parliament na we and number 2, Parliament no come so can as Parliament is not just an ordinary institution. Aye Ghana. Ye nyina ye reps. Ana woman who say ya mind that you may be I don't want so me seem to be am I sorry. Seem to be abamuntin quickly. One more from say young yasuma must have going man and seem to about to mumra me in some. It woman we are monfa and someone yemra ya yasuma mo hosa munkosi anemo. But we have not seen the report. So you impossible but some woman as a will be the candidate actually from and can say you make your own administrations and substitutions. But me can say we are not the administration say even before we see the mean, there are some aspects as you said, media houses in their capture money. So I will rely my argument on those aspects. Media from beginning, one more appear before Parliament. Okay. And I can say those 3 officers should have been punished way back. Way back. Because their conduct is extremely unprofessional. You don't even need Parliament to come and tell you in the committee report. Anybody who understands security, or who is a police officer, or any of the sister security institutions in Namibia will name the ethics of the profession, knows that it is absolutely unreasonable for senior officers, for that matter, not less than superintendents and a commissioner of police. That should be said. And for that reason, what the woman here not in secure trauma, so I do know one funny thing is here. Someone like Alex Mensa, he's out. So
I was asking, your call retirement
okay. Okay, but you should have punished him before he leaves. If there are any disciplinary action, you should have taken it even before he leaves. Because now, service instructions, the police council could have done. Also, police council could have issued on the bisa your internet too. Then within some few hours, and that counter somebody say no. And no one can bear, I think less than a week to go. And a part, what name of your own okra. But I can't be holding this abra. Can entitlement be and come to me Saturday. I should say, as you train the hour, it's a waffle your mother, as you train the hour, a Safatan, Cardamon, and San. The likes of the other officers, a mechanic be a crow, a year, sorry, or say, you beside of committee, and you say, one day, Obi Kasawo, or say, have you ever spoken to someone on Superintendent Asari's phone who claims to be Bugrinabu? I said, and the answer I gave is incorrect. I answered no. And I want to change it to yes. I mean, as much as opposite to say. So when we know we are I know I spoke to somebody who said he's Bonamona. But at least the person on the phone said he is Bonamona. If you say why do you say no and come and say yes later? Then it was also found that by the committee that Superintendent Asari denied being present when Bugri Nabu spoke to Superintendent Jebi, but changed his initial response as at the later meeting. They are now what they say. As someone penny power, Nippon a transfer transfer on our brother. Saban here IGP, he will not consult superintendents. Saban, IGP may not be deep police service. He won't contact superintendents.
Okay.
He won't contact chief superintendents. He won't contact assistant commissioners. Or the power to even name a constable to even become IGP. So what I say. But procedure and the other time, you pick a few commissioners in Munti, then be a commissioner. But what may your professor here? Or what question which ones about passing out in there? Credit of IGP, I won't be a lower rank. And to me. Of
PK no na so mesito be say it say police mu say no major to me responding my captain nti say ebia okofa captain so on be head there won't it be a problem?
There have been times that even at the bench today say your current chief justice say and then the senior judge that's Banfoni is the senior judge now as it stands but so on the chief justice. So one cleaner but turn the was senior at that moment.
No, yeah, the internal frictions. Only that we don't want to concentrate, but we see and hear the internal frictions that come.
Even down Parimpono as an Akama even no the senior most commissioner. I but told no. And that's one
the senior most. Because that time not now almost Kofi Boachemoni we so could
so
have been.
Kofi could have because of say the o say ebi an time already service na be people who were senior. Okay. But the other point is that who got the commissioner first? Among them, Kofi
thank you. Good time on us.
Oh, and I want to fire now. Wow, with that question, I'm talking about
that's how. Wow, bas. Ebune tot.
Wow, bas. Not an accident. We say, make them president.
Uma bena denya influence also.
Among the two now, okay. I may who be something I come back and say my IGP should have been Kofi watching. Partially, I would have been biased. I would have wished for Kofi watching at this time. I owe me. But unfortunately, listen, the senior most person that time was Mr. Dampare.
Oh, okay.
It is a one matter of Dampare. One year for Sobia. And as a man, IGP be IGP and say, up even the next morning. They can give it to you today, and the next morning you cannot be IGP again. They know, or not to say a opening officer.
I don't know, operation or yes, in a media and him so cool. And the statement about I'm sure man correcting them and
exactly. You be miss about and see wouldn't say an opening officer. I wouldn't say me doing for 2 years, not 3 years, not 4 years, not 5 years. Anything can happen in between.
Okay.
And it is say what to what? Na sabani be yin bakona free wa. The mokoye wa chiri. And you no kwanso no.
All right. Thank you.
Abana want to me obeti the other person. It's very unprofessional on your
part. It. Thank you. Ben, let's go.
Report anyhow.
There be honestly, you'll be unsure then yet. Pieces na a man for Kitano or more.
Nah.
But if we do, we are
the chairman of the Parliamentary Select Committee.
Adekye.
Okay.
Wakasa.
Wakasa or
Wakasa for report be home.
Not as I know of.
So who brought the report? Where was the report submitted? Then we are discussing a report that...
So, Daily Guide, it was submitted to Parliament. So, presumably Speaker...
Are you plenary? Okay.
No, I want to be safe. Say, are you Speaker? But I say Speaker
no, the committee finished. They bring to plenary, not to the Speaker.
They submit to the Speaker.
They give to Speaker, not Speaker. Bebo amani so say.
As a plenary level,
committee not set. Speaker not set.
Oh no, committee.
Into committee no. And a Speaker, omode command no mo eliki ama Daily Guide.
And your guide depended one paper and so crowd the Chronicle, thank you. Chronicle and so the
otherwise you got about publishers.
The same family. And I never see about company. Evidently, we know I'm back to Parliament yet. I'm sure many parliamentarians will be surprised, probably even at the content I can ask them. But young funny say reporter ba. And now almost say police Miansano, they spoke contemptuously until almost I feel more about Parliament to come and answer why they should not be cited for contempt. So I think that is the major issue. Yeah.
Koso
Prince Catherine say you betimi abebo no ho.
Ampa ubetimi ai koso.
Enti me I don't think that there is much to discuss honestly.
Okay.
What I would say is that
near
a woman say there was an attempt to disorganize the police service with integrity. How the police service manage within themselves to restore honor and discipline. Because Sadiano could lead to a lot of difficulties. Say, there was like lack of respect. People were, they were doing things in order, say, they should jump or get some persons into certain positions of honor. When you now know, bottom line is we should look at the appointment of our service and security heads. That is the bottom line. It has become political And people do all manner of things to get favors, to be appointed. So we should look at it clearly. Say, yamfa kwai be so that these kind of things will not recur going forward. Beyond that, it's a report no fully. Now I read it. I will not take what suits the family of three or publishing.
But
publisher
Obi Adom may say we're intercepting to their mommy, but interestingly, members need an sign, and so committee chairperson they want sign.
One sign.
Honorable James Agaga signed, vice chairman. Then Janet Frimpong, clerk, special committee signed. Honorable Patrick Yabuama was signing, and Honorable Ophelia. Yeah, Honorable Ophelia Mensa Hayford member was signing. Honorable Rekopoko member was Honorable Peter Lanchine Tobu was signing, but chairman there his signature.
Then the report is incomplete.
Oh, almost so.
Okay.
Say
I can will be Adom send their mind to report in Ibini. Yes.
You can't recognition you are coming up into
Parliament Juma Speaker Power Committee say onye hwehwemu we are or the command speaker.
Okay.
That speaker so the amane na abo mrase bedwa mu nyina na omu nyina abobo ho na omu gituma na just a report no aye reporter can say watertight parliament decision say ni say na akoso. So far as sa procedure na encourse no em say betwentwen na so kakra ewom na ya home so ahwe because of say the odi abetu dwakra no sa mane yerem say the chairman of the committee Krano and sign a report.
The supposed report.
And as speaker appointed committee, chairman of the committee the lead and now say teacher PMU or take committee so. And when you say on any signature matter because they are not the final decision maker. At the end of the day, it is the entirety of parliament and they decide on the report whether to adopt it or to reject it in whole or in part. Yeah, but what you say? Say bobo who ebi ho beti ajatum. Ebi ho no mo ambeka say we the engine tum. Ebi I we your body nyina to agu and I want to access like Bernard Kanye ato omo safre one na ye indict omo in this report ne so omo bra no omo page omo self from some of the comments bi aba ne sa na mani nyina no the process or the procedure is still ongoing and in any cases so parliament class say we ni dwumedia na say one na ye indict omo superintendent JB and ne superintendent Asare and COP Alex Mensa no omo nti omo ho asen so na omo free say there has been some breaches of the law omo crime because as far as the supervisory jurisdiction of our courts are concerned, Supreme Court and High Court no concurrent supervisory jurisdictions over all lower courts and administrative bodies. Parliament decision you any decision from an administrative body so omuji tumu wia abe the decision of administrative body and you know why indict omo no e wo ho kwan say omutimi ko contest and as appeal against some of the findings of the committee. And this and also no e wo sunsun sanso. Eduti one report ye nyante say parliament ade ya tesa report aba and report ne ba eye obi dwumedie until say ebeji atumu no enye ade a ebetimi agina so aka ahye mukina say na etie although there has been some indictment and some revelations say some breaches of the police service act of 1917 Act 350 and the police service regulations no there are some breaches and you know me say indict one way or the other ewo then so yentwen mamra se bedwa enfa o ma no nto so na meye full report see agi atum na enuanom no so for ma no dwa metu dwa se omo obi bi ho mbe so omo challenge and say omo so gitum say ampa ne emra se bedwa kan so no eye de omo so gitum omo ne omo lawyer for gitum then as a people we can also have our say on it but notwithstanding that no enye enkaidum ento oma members with the security service say ye wo enye be irrespective of the fact that say the appointment of IGP the president of a politician who is the president of the land no say oko service nima you are guided by your service regulation and the code of conduct I also share ujumedi and wana mutu ni bibia ho yi no matter what and no matter the influence like minia senior Chumbe Makanyi say president bit me appoint IGP for even the lower rank of the constable and say obia superintendent and DSP and now obia
what is the lowest rank
by common practice no.
What's the lowest rank?
Because you know,
by common practice, no, because of experience, and say enkabom any unity of purpose, any perpetual succession, any mostly it is taken from the highest rank, the commissioner level, being it deputy commissioners or the COP level. First, COP is named also no. Maybe to free deputy commissioners. Eba, ombani a promote to call the commissioner level. Any idea? But CC any day. Commissioners not also am even regional command ground. Some of the commanders are commissioners of the police service. In terms of getting people within the commissioners level to appoint as IGP, no, we have a lot of human resource potential in there. Obi our yes service within the service, being it prisons, fire service, even ambulance service, and all the services should be guided by the code of conduct and ethics of those professions.
Thank you.
And to the extent of that, even the civil service and the public service, we should be guided by our code of conduct. Say the Beya, Ghana, Benin, Ghana, Konek. We didn't talk about me about Sanche, we say,
Macron Golden, we are voting for JM 2024. Piaga says, good morning, our NPP is the best for Ghana. Akasokre Joseph says Ghana is such a lovely country to reside in. Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo selected Dr. Bawumia as a running mate because he was an economist who could bring economic transformation into the country. The economic risk took $1 from 3.8 cedis to 15.7. Now Dr. Bawumia has also selected Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh as a running mate because he's an Asante, he's a dentist by profession. So the question is, if Dr. Bawumia, who had a solid economic background, couldn't manage the economy and has landed the country into this mess, how can a dentist who has failed as an energy minister head the economic management team stay focused? Teacher Constitution, we are more say Ashanti, the NDC can talk from morning till evening every day, but it will not change our minds to vote for JDM. We don't have short memories to forget the doom. So cancellation of trainee allowances and introduction of the 3-man pay policy under the NDC. And then Osman Abdullah is praising Enoch. He says Enoch has done well today on the platform. And so follow no baby on you okay with maybe intima summarize ma Osman. Okay, happy birthday to Nana Apia Sikansu Philip. Ene eyewa woda ye ma utim kwa obra ano corpora ano owo national FPU ena ema happy birthday o se nyame hwa papa ena Mahama Ba Inshira Dadzi o ye Central Regional Deputy Women Organizer onso ene ewa woda Jacobna Emma Utrinkwa Emma Awodapa and Sewa Edu Jemfi onso owo nyamiche ewa Accra ene ewa woda Mickey the triple darling Emma happy birthday osi nyamisha papa Meda Azel Voga Cinema Kacho say Azel a star for every story be a quiet to her say upese ukojije entity na obey designer papa or beginners 1 year and no intermediate 3 months and no advanced 6 months ni nyina no ube free mono na wa hu say wade palm skills and styles no asesa if you ukwa Azela ni otimi ye ne bi ne de ehye ya guest ne bo musintie made in Ghana and say yes made in Ghana for Azel Vogue was 0244155266 na eyotimi so de ye ba ko pedi hair mama Z-Nails and Beauty emi papa jusu se wutu ba ko o ba ko ana wutu atono wadaroma pacho Z-Nails and Beauty or Spinkters Kotobabi Echo Bank Echi Wape obetumi afre 0553837201 me da wono mate papa na me guest Anope Bernard Mona political analyst Enoch Afuakwa Esquire NPP communication team member and Chumberima Esquire NDC communication team member and everyone was percent influence no aden who Afuakwa yabo abaso yedi na shemfimfi no mo kasa mami akra nyame ado echi na de chenshon abeti afa yakra